July 23rd. Thanks so much for waking up with us this morning. I'm Mary Strong alongside meteorologist Jerry Steffen. As I was on my way into work this morning, I looked at my car temperature and it said 74 degrees. I was like, oh, I wish I could go hiking outside. Right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way it's beginning today. Temps this afternoon, a few notches below normal, plenty of sunshine, drier air. Yeah, for late July, I'll take it.
For sure, hands down.
But
But
things will change. I'll let you know why.
Okay, thanks, Jerry. We'll see you shortly. Our top story this morning, the Palm Springs Surf Club was under public scrutiny last night as the Palm Springs Planning Commission reviewed noise complaints against the surf park. Our NBC Palm Springs' Caitlin Kelly was at that meeting and starts us off this morning.
Collectively want everybody to understand that we actually take this serious.
These were the opening remarks made by the owner of the Palm Springs Surf Club, Mara Smith. Tuesday evening, community members, along with the staff of the Palm Springs Surf Club, discussed the issue of ongoing noise complaints.
We can't enjoy our lives the way we did before they were there.
Prior to comments from the community, a member of code enforcement shared his findings, which showed that noise levels taken from just outside the park did indeed go above the allowed decibel level.
It can be remedied, and that's all we're simply asking.
A consistent message, however, was relayed from Mara in regards to the noise.
I want to hear the neighbors and be a really amazing neighbor.
Part of the efforts made by the Surf Club include meeting with acoustic engineers who believe installing a living wall comprised of trees will lower the decibel level by approximately 11, which, based on the data shared by code enforcement, would bring the levels down to around acceptable levels. And if given the green light, the Palm Springs Surf Club can have that living wall installed by October 1st. With NBC Palm Springs, I'm Caitlin Kelly.
Well, there was another sound causing public disturbance in Palm Springs yesterday. That was because over a dozen military aircraft used the airport to conduct training exercises. Take a look at this. Many residents called in to let us know their windows were shaking from that sound. In a statement, the Palm Springs International Airport says they do not have any military units based here, but federal law requires them to allow military access to the airfield when needed. They also do not receive advance notice of these flights, which led to a few startled Valley residents yesterday. The Coachella Valley Rail Project is picking up speed. The Coachella City Council meets tonight, and on the agenda is an overview of the community feedback and some of the decisions they've made on the project. The rail project will connect the valley to Orange County and Los Angeles. Officials are looking at a downtown location near 4th Street and Grapefruit Boulevard as the hub for the station. They simply have it as a preferred site. At the moment, nothing in stone just yet. The report indicates it will lay the groundwork for a larger downtown revitalization effort with plans for mixed housing, restaurants, and a whole lot more. Modernism Week is set to announce their lineup of events for their fall run this year. The full agenda has more than 50 items on it, featuring some that are free or fairly affordable. That's planned to be unveiled on Friday. Tickets will go on sale August 1st for that event, which will run from October 16th through the 19th. The Maine Modernism Week celebration is planned next year for February. Those tickets will go on sale after the fall preview in November. As part of the ongoing Indian Canyon Bridge Widening and Improvements Project, the city of Palm Springs will begin the installation of new sewer pipeline along North Indian Canyon Drive. It will extend from south of Palm Springs Station Road to West Tramview Road. This begins Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025 through July 25th. There will be a closure of the number 1 northbound lane from West Tramview Road to Sunrise Parkway. Construction is projected to continue through May 2026. You're advised to use some alternate routes to avoid all that traffic congestion there. We're going to head back outside. Here's a beautiful live look from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Palm Springs. The sun just coming up this morning and hitting those beautiful mountains. Kind of looks like a painting out there. Jerry's in the Weather Center with a look at your forecast.
Yeah, I get to see a whole lot of that sun today. Totally clear skies this afternoon. Temperatures, well, 73 right now. Pleasant outside of Palm Springs. Very light winds and 38% relative humidity. Keep in mind the relative humidity fluctuates during the day, dries out in the middle of the afternoon, moves back up overnight. But dew points stay about the same normally around the weather forecast in certain areas. 77 degrees at thermal, 33% relative humidity. That'll be down to around 10% by the middle of the afternoon, but light winds there too. 64 degrees at Yucca Valley, same for Joshua Tree, a warmer 80 at Desert Hot Springs, 79 at Indio, 78 Coachella, 67 degrees at Palm Desert at that reporting station, 61 degrees at Cabazon, 58. That's at Banning. Winds will be a little breezy late in the day, and as far as skies, clear skies, so yeah, no echoes on radar. Hot and dry today and slightly below normal numbers, 104 to 108 in the valley. Again, lots of sunshine this afternoon with a breezy onshore flow late in the day. So those dew points are around 40 degrees in the middle of the afternoon and close to 10% relative humidity. Peak temps at around 4 o'clock today. That includes 104 in Palm Springs. Got 106 at Indio, 107 Cathedral City, even a 108 at Rancho Mirage later this afternoon under clear skies. Tomorrow, we'll see some fair weather high clouds overhead. Temps a couple notches below where they should be, 106 degrees on Thursday, sunshine Friday, 104. But we do have some temps above 110 in our future. I'll let you know when that'll happen. Full forecast and 7-day and a look at the tropics on the way.
All right, Jerry, thanks. Well, a new candidate has entered the race for Congress in California's 41st district, which covers portions of the Coachella Valley. Catherine Ailman officially kicked off her run for Congress at a campaign lunch Tuesday morning at the Democratic headquarters of the Desert in Cathedral City. Ailman is a public school teacher, working mom of 4, and a small business owner, and she's also a former Norco City Council member. She enters the race with the endorsement of former U.S. Senator Barbara Boxer and more than 100 local elected officials and community leaders.
We've really got to get common sense policies in Congress that are going to provide relief for working families. I hear from them firsthand. I'm one of them. They are struggling with what's happening, and what's coming out of this administration is just continuing to increase costs, which is harming our families in this district.
If you want to make a statement that you don't want someone who is there for 33 years fighting for billionaires and not for this district, Catherine is your person. It's going to be a very exciting race. I rarely get into primary fights. I really don't. But when I met her, I just knew. Something inside me said, this is the woman for these times.
Ailman was elected to the Norco City Council in a heavily Republican district, becoming the only Democrat on the council. She will face incumbent Representative Ken Calvert, among others. The Cathedral City Police Officer Association is hosting a back-to-school supplies giveaway event. The event will take place Thursday, July 24th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. They'll have water slides, arts and craft stations, and fun for the entire family. You can visit our website on NBCPalmSprings.com for details. The city of Palm Springs is taking inventory, this time of its arts and cultural sites throughout the city. They're conducting a survey to assess all businesses and organizations like performing arts spaces, art galleries, and theater companies. They have a survey that you can fill out to help them out. You can find that link on our newsroom tab at NBCPalmSprings.com. The city of Indio is partnering with Lifestream Blood Bank to hold a community blood drive event at the Indio Teen Center. It will be this Thursday from noon until 5 in the evening. Donors will receive a $20 gift card to Amazon and a Riverside County t-shirt while supplies last. As the new school year starts next month, one local teacher is talking to us about why educators feel like they need to go through outside recourses to get the supplies they need. Our Brett Rosen has that story for us.
Bubbling Wells elementary school teacher Amanda Mojica says educators are trying to find unique and different ways and trying to get school supplies for the upcoming school year, like entering contests. Amanda Mojica has been a 4th grade teacher at Bubbling Wells Elementary School 3 years now. She says the district does provide some supplies for the classroom, however, it's not enough. So Mojica says the majority of supplies and decorations comes out of her own wallet.
Basically, everything you see on the walls is not really provided by the district or the school. So all decorations and everything that makes the classroom homey is bought by teachers.
Mojica says despite not getting paid during the summer months, she still spends roughly $500 to $600 for supplies and decorations before the year starts. She says this is common for most educators and can be an added stress.
I'm lucky enough to have the means to do it, but I know a lot of teachers don't, especially because they have to supply for their own students, their own kids. And during the summer, when you're not getting paychecks and you're trying to buy stuff for your classroom, it could be really hard.
Mojica has a social media presence on both TikTok and Instagram.
Set up day one. Got started by rolling up my rug.
In many of her videos, she pushes her Amazon wish list to try and get donated school supplies. She says as an educator, it's a common practice to put yourself out there so you can try and receive donations from family and friends.
Almost every teacher I know makes a Amazon wish list at the beginning of each school year or the summer, and they send it out to friends and family to try to, get supplies for their classroom.
Mojica has even started to enter in contests like Simple Modern, a water bottle brand that is having a competition for who's the favorite teacher. The educator with the most votes wins supplies for the upcoming school year.
You win, you get 500 water bottles for the students at the school, $500 for your classroom, $1,000 for your school, and tote bags for all the teachers.
Despite the financial stress every summer brings, Mojica says it's all worth it seeing how happy her students are the moment they walk into the classroom.
Lots of my students have mentioned to me that they love how I, change up the room for the seasons or have it, welcoming, bright colors on the walls. They notice those things, and so I guess that's what keeps me going.
Now, if you'd like to know how you can help support Amanda Mojica in trying to get school supplies for the upcoming school year, you can visit our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Here in Desert Hot Springs, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
It's time now for Where in the Valley, where we show you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley and you guess where it is. So let me show you the photo. Take a good look at this. Do you know where this is? You'll have some time to think about it. We're going to reveal the special location at the end of our broadcast. I'll give you a small hint before we get there. Coming up next on your morning news, Starkey Sowers has some midsummer tips on how to naturally get rid of those pesky mosquitoes and which sunblock to use to fully block out those harmful UVA rays. That's coming up next. But first, we're going to head outside and take a live look at your Agua Caliente casino camera in Palm Springs. Jerry's going to break down your full 7-day forecast straight ahead.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 6.
Wellness Wednesday is sponsored by Clark's Nutrition Natural Foods Market. Live better, we can help.
Summer might be winding down, but there's still plenty of sunshine and a few pesky reminders that the season's not over yet. Yes, we're talking about mosquitoes, UV rays, and all the little things that can sneak up on you. But don't worry, Starkey Sowers from Clark's Nutrition is here, and he's got you covered. You're like Superman. You know, like everything about everything, I feel.
I don't know about that.
You really do. I mean, really do. But I love that you've got these tips, and they're all natural.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing, like you're saying, you know, summer's winding down, right, as you said, but there's still the pesky reminders. We got to deal with the pest. By the way, we're still getting bites.
Yes.
Supposed to be less this year, they say, but I'm still getting them, right?
Absolutely.
And then also we got to remember we still got to take care of the sun and not be torched, right? And then if you got some bug bites, things of that nature. So let's go here. This stuff works.
Yes. What is it?
It
I
does.
need it.
Okay, so this is the Nantucket stuff. I actually started putting this out, and literally you take this and you start them on fire.
Yes. Those
These
are
are going home with
great.
you, Mary.
I put those whenever I have like a dinner outside. I put them all around, and nobody gets bit.
Exactly.
They're great, and they actually smell good too.
They do. They smell amazing. They work well. This is probably one of my favorite scents. Now let's talk sunscreen stuff.
Sunscreen. We have
so
this
you're a
thing
freak
going.
with this, right?
So every time Starkey puts this on, he's got so much hair that it's just like he turns into a ghost.
White ghost.
Yeah, white ghost. But what I like about what you select is that there's a tiny bit of that, but not a ton.
And they are
really
reef safe.
And they're reef safe.
But the biggest thing, as you were talking about, it doesn't have any of the oxobenzones or other different types of compounds. And I'm not saying that there's a lot of research that say that that's all problematic, but it's close. You know, there's like, it's out there. It's like,
yes.
So if you want complete zinc oxide, this is great stuff. I put this on a few minutes ago.
Badger. This is one I really, really like because I look for 18 to 20% zinc, and this is a little over 18%, which is super.
Well, as we found out, if you put that on, you got a little bit of the white glaze. You take the Badger balm and then put on top, and then it kind of soaks it in.
Yes, that's nice. And that smells really good too. This is for after sun, so you can buy the before you go out and then after you get back home.
So since we're talking about after sun stuff, right? So you and I both love like these oils, right?
We love it.
I live on these things in the summer.
So do I.
So this is my new favorite one.
So the one that I liked is no longer
available in our stores, and I don't know why.
Oh, it makes me so sad.
So I had to come up with a substitute.
This is a great substitute. He just put this on, and it smells like cocoa butter and summer. It just smells amazing.
Puts you right back to Redondo.
It puts you right back. I would say Manhattan Beach, but yes, Redondo too. But this is great. So it's the Alba Intense Hydration Body Oil.
Yeah, it's great.
And I like this company because it's all natural and organic.
Super solid company.
That's wonderful.
And finally, hydration.
The hydration.
We know we got to hydrate. So a new company came out with it called Great Electrolytes. Really fun stuff. So it literally has celery, coconut, a bunch of other different things. Is this it right here? There it is.
Oh, it's called Great. Which one is this?
It's that one right there.
Great Electrolytes.
Yeah.
It smells good, like raspberries.
Amazing. One of my buddies made this company, did a great job with it.
Super good.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow. That tastes like a Starbucks cooler.
I know.
That is really excellent.
That's perfect.
My daughter would like that because I try to give her electrolytes. She's like, no, Mom, those don't taste right, but she would like that.
Yep. It's one of the ones that tastes well as the ingredients are amazing and just the perfect balance of electrolytes too.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
last
for
couple
being
weeks
here.
of summer.
I know.
Let's have fun,
we
right?
can go for it now that we've got all this. I'm going to enjoy a little bit of hydration, and we will be right back.
Cool.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
Sun's been up since 5:52 in Palm Springs. Clear skies, plenty of sunshine expected later this afternoon. For the second day in a row, we hit 104 in Palm Springs. That was the high yesterday, 109, the normal high this time of year. And mild weather, comparatively speaking, for late July. For today and tomorrow. Now, as far as temps right now, 80 degrees at Desert Hot Springs, clear, 76 at Thousand Palms, 73 at the airport. Winds light. They'll pick up a little bit out of the west like they have been over the past few days. In the wind-prone areas, a little gusty at times. Nothing in radar over Southern California. And the monsoonal moisture basically stays over Arizona and New Mexico. Smattering of showers there. Not a whole lot going on. But with the heating of the day, we'll see some more action there. But 104 to 108. Clear skies for the valley. Hot and dry for us. A couple notches below where we should be this time of year for late July. 104 in Palm Springs, 106 Indio and Thousand Palms, 107 under clear skies at Palm Desert, 95 degrees at Cabazon, Banning 90, 101, 29 Palms. Overnight lows like they have been over the past few days, middle 70s. That's where we'll bottom out around sunrise tomorrow morning under clear skies in the Coachella Valley. Hot and dry again tomorrow. 105 to 109, a little closer to normal, but still a couple notches below normal. We'll see some high clouds develop second half of the day. 106 on Thursday tomorrow. That'll be at Palm Springs, 107 at Indio. Now, that high pressure center weakens a little bit, shoved aside by an upper level low moving its way well to the north of us. Won't bring any rain for us. We'll remain dry here, but the temperatures come down slightly, 102 to 106. On Friday with lots of sunshine, so 104s, 105s for many of us on Friday afternoon. And Saturday, the numbers about that same range. Now, as far as winds, really not much change in that department. Still onshore winds picking up a little bit later on today. Strongest to be around the San Gorgonio Pass. Close to 30-mile-an-hour sustained winds late in the afternoon each and every day through this coming weekend. Yeah, a little gusty in the wind-prone areas. Low 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds in those wind-prone areas. As far as surface moisture, yeah, we're in a dry weather pattern, and that'll take us into the weekend. Matter of fact, single-digit relative humidity expected Thursday and Friday afternoons. Not all that bad. Monday, things change a little bit. We have a ridge of high pressure that'll strengthen over the southwest. That'll add a few more degrees to our forecast, moving them above 110. 110 to 114 Monday afternoon. Again, plenty of sunshine, onshore winds, as they usually do this time of year, pick up late in the day. And even Tuesday, a week away, we're looking at 111 degrees at Palm Springs, 109 Indio. Okay, the monsoonal moisture, yeah, it all stays to the east of us over the next 7 days. Nothing as far as rain for Southern California. Quick check of the tropics, kind of quiet in the North Atlantic Basin, Pacific. A couple tropical waves out there, but nothing really developing. We could see Gil maybe in our near future. Let's take a look at one of the computer models. And this is Wednesday, July 30th. And we have a tropical wave according to the GFS forecast. And put it into motion here. It begins to move its way to the west-northwest and eventually straight west. But it could develop into a tropical storm by early August. But it stays over the open waters of the Pacific, so there's good news there. And then maybe a second storm developing as we move into August 6th, west of Mexico. Anyway, Comfort Air 70 forecast, 104 today, plenty of sunshine, dry air, 106 under some high clouds Thursday, staying below normal Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, then Monday and Tuesday above 110 for the valley.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Oh, there's that music. Time for a hashtag holiday calendar and pop quiz. Checking the calendar, see what's happening today. Some of the holidays you may not be aware of. Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025, National Vanilla Ice Cream Day today.
Simple
Yes.
but good.
Yeah, bland as it may seem, vanilla is still the most common flavor of ice cream in the United States. Get a scoop, then maybe put some stuff on top of it, right?
Yes.
So it's not so vanilla. Okay. National Peanut Butter and Chocolate Day is today. Yeah,
That could go
remember,
on top of your
kind
ice
of a
cream.
Reese's peanut butter cup. There they are, right there. Yeah. Remember the TV ads, which two people are walking, one eating chocolate, another eating peanut butter.
yeah,
They
that's
collide
right,
together.
that's right.
You got peanut butter in my chocolate. You got chocolate in my peanut butter. Yes, 70s and 80s, I think that ad
right.
ran. Anyway, so celebrate those two together. International Yada 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 Day. Yeah.
Is that from Seinfeld?
Yes, it is. Inspired
Oh,
by
I love it.
Seinfeld. Yeah, yada, 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 blah, 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 on and on. Basically, that's all about today. So if you have something that talks about things that, yeah, you just don't want to get into or talk about, yeah, yada, yada, yada is the phrase to use today. National Gorgeous Grandma Day is today.
Oh.
Yeah, time to celebrate your grandmother. Yes, there we go. Hey, Grandma.
My mom's a
Looking
gorgeous
good.
grandma.
There you go. Yeah, give her a call. Send her a card. Show her picture to somebody if she's not around anymore and say, that's my gorgeous grandma. Well, grandma is our key word in today's pop quiz.
Ooh,
Got two questions for you. First of two, Grandma's Hands is a sentimental single which was inspired by this singer's real-life grandmother and included on his 1971 Just As I Am album. Aside from Grandma's Hands, this singer-songwriter guitarist also scored the hits Ain't No Sunshine and Lean on Me around the same time. Name this performer as we listen to Grandma's Hands in the background. A, Al Green. B, Bill Withers. C, Marvin Gaye. Bring up the music a little bit while Mary thinks about it.
I'm going to go. Oh, gosh. Wait a minute. Time out.
Grandma's Hands. Got A there, Al Green. Control room. Got a B. Got a B. And of course, yeah, you can't answer because he's
I
playing
can
the song.
sing them all, but I don't know who sings them.
Bill Withers.
Bill
Yes.
Withers. Good
Bill
to
Withers.
know.
Yes, back in the early
Wow.
70s, Grandma's Hands. Okay,
So good.
as Grandma Hands plays in the background, we're going to have another grandma question. This TV sitcom grandmother is often seen on screen as condescending, passive-aggressive, meddlesome, and selfish. Grandma Marie and her husband Frank live across the street from their son and daughter-in-law in Lynbrook, Long Island, New York. Name the situation comedy. A, Bewitched. B, Everybody Loves Raymond. C, Who's the Boss? Back to the control room. Marie and Raymond. What are those characters and the sitcom they're from? B, and a B, and a B. Everybody knows that, what? Yeah, Everybody Loves Raymond.
Such a good show.
Easy question.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody does love Raymond.
Yes, exactly. Bill Withers taking us to break. Back in a bit with weather and news.
He didn't drop no apple core, but I don't have grandma anymore.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen.
Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Welcome back on this Wednesday morning, July 23rd. I'm Mary Strong. Jerry will have your 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes, but first a recap of your top stories this morning. We had quite a few calls coming into the newsroom yesterday from residents asking about the loud noises in Palm Springs. Well, that was because over a dozen military aircraft used the Palm Springs airport to conduct training exercises on Tuesday. Many residents called in to let us know their windows were shaking from the sound. In a statement, the Palm Springs International Airport says they do not have any military units based here, but federal law requires them to allow military to access their airfield. They also do not receive advance notice of those flights, which led to a few startled Valley residents yesterday. The Coachella Valley Rail Project is picking up speed. The Coachella City Council meets tonight, and on that agenda is an overview of the community feedback and decisions they've made so far. The rail project will connect the valley to Orange County and Los Angeles. Officials are looking at a downtown location near 4th Street and Grapefruit Boulevard as the hub for the station. They simply have it as a preferred site at the moment, nothing set in stone. The report indicates it will lay the groundwork for a larger downtown revitalization effort with plans for mixed housing and restaurants. Authorities say they arrested a man pretending to be a fellow officer in blue. Police in Hemet say the man was riding a motorcycle and wearing a uniform labeled with words like traffic and sheriff. Joy Benedict has details on that arrest and what drivers should know if you're concerned about a traffic stop.
The uniform looks legit. The motorcycle says traffic, even has flashing lights. But police officers say he's not one of theirs. In fact, they say the man on this bike wasn't a member of law enforcement at all.
It's scary. It's very scary.
Drivers in Hemet are on alert as word spread quickly about a man arrested for impersonating an officer.
He had all the equipment, the motorcycle, and was just riding around town. Who knows what he was doing? Nothing good, obviously.
You do have to be real up close to tell that it wasn't really a cop.
The real cops pulled him over Monday afternoon after they say they saw the man riding around in a uniform, wearing a duty belt, and carrying what appeared to be a Glock-styled firearm. But after they got him off the bike, they say it was in fact 2 tasers, a baton, and a lot of badges that said traffic and sheriff with no department listed.
He's wearing a belt with an actual firearm and a taser. So, I mean, you would think, this guy's legit.
He could have been robbing. He could have been pulling people over unlawfully. And God only knows.
Investigators say the man is actually a convicted felon who was arrested for a slew of offenses, including impersonating an officer. But it brings up the question, what do you do if you have concerns about an officer's legitimacy?
They say if you are concerned about it, call dispatch and make sure they're an official law enforcement officer.
So experts say you should always try and pull over in a well-lit, highly populated and safe area. It's okay to ask for identification. And if there's ever any question that the person behind you may not be legitimate, then you should call 911, explain the situation, and a dispatcher should be able to verify the activity.
Check badge numbers and just make sure that it's not someone that's up to no good.
And although we don't know whether this man actually attempted to pull anyone over, the fact that he looked real enough to even try it got him an up-close look at actual officers in action.
And that was Joy Benedict reporting. The Cathedral City Police Officers Association is hosting a back-to-school supplies giveaway event. That'll be this Thursday from 11 to 2 p.m. They will have water slides, arts and craft stations, and fun for the whole family. It'll be at the Cathedral City Community Amphitheater. You can visit our website, NBCPalmSprings.com, for details on that. The city of Palm Springs is taking inventory this time of its arts and cultural sites throughout the city. They're conducting a survey to assess all businesses and organizations like performing arts spaces, art galleries, and theater companies. They have a survey that you can fill out to help them out. You can find that link on our newsroom tab at NBCPalmSprings.com. This morning, the world remembers heavy metal icon Ozzy Osbourne. The former lead singer of Black Sabbath died just weeks after the band's farewell show in England. Joe Fryer has more on Osbourne's life and long-lasting legacy.
He was known as the Prince of Darkness, music royalty crowned with metal. Ozzy Osbourne rose to fame in the 1970s as lead singer of Black Sabbath, the band that gave the heavy metal genre a lift, with hits like Paranoid. Then in 1979 came major changes. Ozzy was fired from the group for excessive drinking and drug use. He would quickly rebound, launching a long, successful solo career with songs like Crazy Train and the power ballad Mama, I'm Coming Home.
Mama, I'm coming home. What rock and roll has done for me is you couldn't buy it. I mean, it's changed everything for me. Because like 20 years ago, I was just a nothing person living in a nothing existence. I never had any excitement in my life.
Osbourne was born in 1948 in Birmingham, England. As a young boy, he never could have imagined decades later he'd perform for the Queen, singing at her Golden Jubilee in 2002. It was a career filled with accomplishments, winning Grammy Awards, a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and the creation of Ozfest, a successful music festival that boosted up-and-coming bands. But there were challenges, too. He was accused of being a negative influence on teens and of worshiping Satan, an allegation he roundly rejected.
I have a big heart. All I want to do is make people smile. But there's so many people out there that think that I'm the devil, you know, and like, you know. That's an act that I do, you know. It's show business.
Though there was the time he bit the head off a bat while on stage, something so enmeshed in his lore, he even reenacted it on his tour.
So I picked it up, bite the thing's head off, and suddenly everybody's freaking out because it's a real back.
It's a moment that would be parodied throughout his life. He created even more memorable moments on the reality show The Osbourne.
I pressed his one button and the shower starts. I'm going.
It's a surprising hit for MTV that chronicled Ozzy, his wife Sharon, and two of their kids, Jack and Kelly. Ozzy did ultimately reunite with Black Sabbath, occasionally touring with the group. Over the years, he struggled with sobriety, but credited Sharon with saving his life.
Sharon's my heart and soul. If it wasn't for Sharon, I would be dead long ago. I wouldn't have lost it.
And me too. He saved me, and I saved him.
He also dealt with health problems, including Parkinson's disease, yet he kept making music.
It's what I do, you know. It's the greatest love affair that I've ever had in my life.
A legacy of light from the Prince of Darkness. Joe Fryer, NBC News.
It's a critical key to overall health, but 1 in 3 U.S. adults report not getting enough rest or sleep every day, according to the CDC. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has some simple ways to get a good night's sleep.
Just like eating, drinking, and breathing, sleep is a basic need and one many in the U.S. don't meet.
Most people have difficulty falling asleep at one point or another, or they wake up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep.
Sleep deficiency is linked to many chronic health problems like heart disease, kidney disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, stroke, obesity, and depression. If you're having problems getting those Z's, there are simple ways to set yourself up for success, says Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
The first one is something called cognitive shuffling, where you think of random, non-emotional words, and then you pick an item and spend a few seconds thinking of words that start with each letter in that item. So, for example, let's use shoe. The first letter is S, sock, soccer, spoon. Then H, horse, hare, hippo. You get the idea.
Gupta says this practice can help quiet your mind and block stressful thoughts that may be keeping you awake. Next tactic, he says to rely on good old-fashioned comfort.
Sleep with your socks on, maybe. Use a weighted blanket. Even snuggle with a stuffed animal, no matter how old you are.
Finally, understand what makes you sleep and turn whatever that is into a habit that you follow every night before going to bed.
These tips and sticking to a nightly routine can provide signals to your body that it's time to wind down.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Well, earlier we showed you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley, and I told you I'd show you that photo again and give you one more hint before we reveal that location at the end of our broadcast. So here's the photo. Here's the hint. You can find these stables in a secluded area of Palm Springs. Think about that. We'll tell you more about this special location coming up later on in our broadcast. But first, we're going to head back to the Weather Center. Jerry's there with a look at what's ahead in your forecast.
Yeah, a lot of sunshine today, slightly below normal numbers, and dry humidity. More on that coming up. Holiday countdown calendar from NBC Palm Springs, 40 days until Labor Day. Exactly 100 days to Halloween. Don't panic about thinking about that costume right now, but yeah, you got some time. Full forecast next.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
Plenty of sunshine to go around today. Clear skies behind me. Agua Caliente Casino Cam view yesterday, like the day before, 104 in Palm Springs, so slightly below that 109-degree normal high for Palm Springs in late July. Okay, Checking the temps. 65 degrees at Yucca Valley, 81 Desert Hot Springs, 79 Indio. Clear, 60 degrees at Banning. Right now, winds not an issue, but they will pick up like they have been over the past several days out of the west and move through the Coachella Valley. More on that coming up. Radar, yeah, nothing happening over Southern California. We do have a marine layer along the coast, but for the most part, not much going on. You got to look to the Four Corners states and not much going on at this point in time, but with the heating of the day and some of the monsoonal moisture in place, parts to the east of us, we could see some thunderstorms develop later on today. Onshore winds do pick up late afternoon and evening out of the west, and temps, which again should be closer to 110 instead 104 to 108. Again, clear skies. 104 specifically for Palm Springs, 106 Indio, 107 at Palm Desert, 101, 29 Palms, low to middle 90s at Banning, Beaumont, and Cabazon. Overnight lows under clear skies tonight in the middle 70s. That will happen around sunrise tomorrow morning. That's typically when the coolest temps occur. Okay, tomorrow, Thursday, 105 to 109, a little closer to normal, but still a couple notches below the mark. Onshore winds, again, a little gusty in the wind-prone areas late in the day, but hot and dry for us. Going to be a beautiful day for late July with 106 in Palm Springs, 107 at Indio. Now, things change a little bit as we move into Friday. That high pressure center gets knocked aside a little bit thanks to a disturbance. It'll stay to the north. No rain for us with this system. May kick up the winds a little bit, but 102 to 109. The numbers come down a little bit. Still dry air on Friday with 104 in Palm Springs, where the normal is 109. We'll take that. 105 at Indio. Winds not really an issue over the next few days. Upper 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds late in the day around the San Gorgonio Pass each and every day into the weekend. Mid 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds around Desert Hot Springs, and just below that today, tomorrow, and Friday in the wind-prone areas along and north of I-10. Surface moisture, got good news there. No humidity, really. It drops, especially on Thursday and Friday, with single-digit relative humidity, but dry air into this coming weekend. Okay, things change a little bit. This is Monday's surface map I put together. High pressure begins to build back over the area and elevating those numbers at or slightly above 110. Again, Monday of next week, and Tuesday looks like it'll be around that 110, 111, 112 mark Tuesday afternoon. Again, lots of sunshine. Okay, as far as the monsoonal moisture, we've been tracking that. Over the next 7 days, it all stays to the east of us and nothing expected, like I said, over the next week over Southern California. Quick check of the tropics, all quiet in the North Atlantic and North Pacific areas, although a couple tropical waves are worth watching. Not much happening right now. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, 104 for Palm Springs this afternoon. A lot of sunshine. 106, a few high clouds moving into the area. 104 Friday under sunshine. 103 on Saturday. That'll be the lowest point as far as high temps are concerned before we jump to 110 or better Monday and Tuesday of next week.
Coming up on Today, a major trend that you have likely noticed. Popular restaurants now downsizing portions to attract customers on weight loss drugs. We're going to take a closer look and tell you what it means for your favorite menu items and for those prices this morning on Today.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. The NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk with Tim O'Brien. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Welcome back. The Firebirds continuing to fill their roster spots this offseason, and a familiar face coming back to the organization. Jack LaFontaine signed a one-year AHL deal with the Firebirds today. LaFontaine has played the majority of the last 2 seasons in Kansas City, where he's been really successful, going 37-11 with a 2.22 goals against average, leading the Kansas City Mavericks to the Kelly Cup Finals back in 2024. You had DeCord, you had Drieger, you've got Nika Koko, Alish Steska last year. A little bit of a logjam for LaFontaine, but hopes to see some time here in the Coachella Valley this season. And we had this last night late, but I want to bring it to you again. Palm Springs Hockey Academy is coming to the Valley as it continues to grow the sport of ice hockey. All the high school students will begin in September at the academy. Practice will be held Monday through Friday, 7:15 to 8:45 a.m. before class. The student athletes will attend Desert Christian Academy in Bermuda Dunes. The academy will bring in student athletes from all over the world. That includes some from LA, even parts of Europe and Canada as well. Host families will be a part of the process as well. We'll have more on that as we get closer to the fall. And tonight at Shadow Mountain Golf Club, it's the first responders face-off between local law enforcement and firefighters. The first of hopefully many years to come. The contest will feature an 18-hole putting green, with the winner taking home free rounds of golf and access to the club for the next year, 25-26 calendar year. It all starts tonight at 7 and is open to the public. So we hope to see you there. That'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Our Todd Makovsky is here this morning introducing us to a fantastic local talent that he'll be performing with at the Cascade Lounge. Take a look.
I am thrilled to welcome my guest today, a talented vocalist, dynamic song stylist, producer, and former circus performer. She's released 2 full-length jazz albums with a 3rd set to debut this coming January. We've shared the stage many times, and we've got another exciting performance coming up later this month at the Cascade Lounge. Carrie Kirkland, it is a pleasure to welcome you to the show.
The pleasure is mine, Todd.
So
Thank
we're
you.
doing a show.
We're doing a show. I mean, we've done many shows.
We have.
But this show is really kind of exciting. It's in a venue that we haven't performed at together before.
Right, it's going to be at the Cascade Lounge at the
July 31st.
July 31st.
At the Agua Caliente.
Yes.
In Palm Springs.
7 p.m. I'm thinking 7 p.m.
Let's hope.
Check the website. Anyway, it is the music of James Taylor and Carole King.
Huge favorites of ours.
Absolutely.
And a show that originated at Palm Springs Underground, PS Underground.
Right.
We did the concept of the show there, and now we've expanded it. We've made it a little bit longer.
Yep.
We've added some fun surprises for the groups that may have seen it at PS Underground.
We're going to talk a little bit more, tell the story of James Taylor and Carole King.
About their partnership and about other partnerships within their collective. So.
I'm very excited to be doing that with you and sharing the stage with you. It's always a pleasure.
You and I have something magical that happens on stage. I don't know what it is. It's like that click that you get with only certain performers, and we are lucky enough to have it.
I agree. I feel like whenever I perform with you, I feel safe.
Yes.
And we are on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
And
I think to any performers listening, they understand that, because that feeling that you're cushioned and you're cared for and you're going to be okay no matter what happens, no matter what direction the band goes, no matter what direction we go individually, it's all going to come together and it's going to be okay.
Absolutely. So the show is a tribute to James Taylor and Carole King. It is at the Cascade Lounge on Thursday, July 31st at, we think, 7 p.m.
Let's hope.
Fantastic. Carrie Kirkland, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You can catch our show on Thursday night, July 31st at 7 p.m. at the Cascade Lounge in downtown Palm Springs. And for the full interview with Carrie Kirkland, go to NBCPalmSprings.com, Desert Entertainment with Todd.
Thanks so much, Todd. We look forward to seeing your new show. Let's take a live look now outside of your Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. This would be a good time if you want to get out and hit the links. It is a beautiful morning out there on this Wednesday. We're going to be right back with a recap of your weather forecast, and we'll reveal our Where in the Valley special location.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
It's time to reveal our special location for our broadcast. Here's the photo again. Did you guess where this is?
On a horse?
Close. It's Smoke Tree Staples in Palm Springs. It's near the Indian Canyon and offers hundreds of miles of riding tranquility. I've always wanted to do that.
Giddy.
I'm going to do it here soon. Well, Modernism Week is set to announce their lineup of events for their fall run this year. We told you about that a little bit earlier. Just wanted to remind you tickets will go on sale August 1st for that event, which will run from October 16th through the 19th. The main Modernism Week celebration is planned next year for February, and those tickets will go on sale after the fall preview in November.
Love that. Yes. Love checking out the houses and everything around there.
So
Anyway,
nice.
forecast today, plenty of sunshine to go around, slightly below normal numbers, 104 to 108. All the monsoonal moisture stays over Arizona. 104 for Palm Springs, got 106 at Indio, 108 today at Rancho Mirage, 102 Desert Hot Springs. About the same for tomorrow with high clouds, 104 sunshine Friday.
It was so nice spending the morning with you. We hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. We've got more news coming up for you at 11 on your midday news. We'll see you back here then.